Hey everyone, welcome to BAMM, the show where we talk about all things nerdy. Today's episode is going to be about Godzilla, all the way from his first appearance from the original movies, all the way to the new movie Godzilla, King of the Monsters. You know, Godzilla's first appearance was back in 1954.
Yep. It all got the idea from because you know how the U.S. threw atomic bombs, of course, on Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where they got the idea of the radiation, and that's how Godzilla started. Now, this new movie are making Godzilla way older than what he was in the beginning. But the majority don't remember if I remember that one of the very first ones that the reason the Godzilla's here is because of the radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Then this new one that we just saw, the last version, is because he's been around since the beginning of time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always been around radiation. So we're going to talk about what we like, what we didn't like about it, compare it to the other movies, compare it to the old one, and then we're flying by our seats of our butts on this one.
And then another
Go ahead.
story time about Beto, and then...
I already did one last time, so it's y'all's turn.
You have many stories to tell.
I do, but I don't remember half of them. I actually like a lot of them.
Well, we need to revisit the one about the milk.
Did we tell that one?
Yeah, that was in the one that you didn't want to post.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause it sucked. Anyways.
You sucked, Anthony. I'll put my life and soul into this podcast shit. For real.
Put a little bit too much because you go always sidetrack.
It's not my fault that I'm like freaking oozing out
Information.
that people need to know.
Nah, he can't even finish.
Alright, anyway.
You had to think about it. Oozing out what, man?
It's because I got so much knowledge just like bursting out. I get sidetracked.
Okay.
Alright.
Anywho, episode number 3. BAMM, Beto, Anthony, Marcos, Maria. Take it away, Anthony.
Yeah, the movie Godzilla. I don't really know much about Godzilla.
We went to go see it because
Yeah.
this is actually something that all the movies and everything that we're going to be talking about is everything that Beto liked.
Yeah.
And Marcos.
We grew up watching that. Yeah. I remember I was really little. Marcos was Beto wasn't even born. Our mom and dad took us to go see a movie about Godzilla.
I don't remember that.
No, because you were a little baby. Mom was still carrying you.
Yeah, and Dad used to give me beer, so I don't remember.
So,
That's
we
not a
remember.
joke.
It's not. I saw that. I went and told. I remember seeing those very, very first Godzillas where a human was actually in costume.
Yeah.
And this was Mom Godzilla with Baby Godzilla.
Well, yeah, that's one thing that threw me off because everyone always thought that he was a dude.
Yeah.
And then when he busted with that little baby Godzilla, the one he did that little, he was cute as a button though, man. That he threw that little smoke.
And it was just circles.
Like he was smoking.
I remember seeing that when I was really little.
Yeah, that was funny. I guess what I'm gonna talk about is like comparing to Japan. Never stopped making Godzillas. There's always been a Godzilla movie, and there's so many. Beto used to have. He has a lot of VHS Godzilla movies. I like the ones from the 1950s a little bit better than the ones in the 60s and the 80s. A little bit better because, I mean, they were really corny.
Why? Godzilla was all 80ish with his big hair and
No, it's just the way they set it up. For me, the majority of the time is really rare when you continue from the original version. You know, I mean, they were corny as hell. I mean, you saw the strings holding the monsters up as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you knew what you were getting into. It was classic, man. It was just like corny as hell. It's like, what can I compare it to? Go Power Rangers, you know, like you know what you're getting into when you were watching it. Now you look back on it, it's like, man, it's corny as hell. Or like He-Man, or you know, any of those kind of yeah.
The earlier
Oh my
Voltrons.
goodness.
Ah.
Hey man.
But I like the original one. I like this new one better than the one that came out in 2001.
Oh my god. We
gosh.
don't talk about that.
Yeah. that one's the unmentioned one.
That one's the disgrace.
That one was a disgrace. Even Chappelle's like, what the hell did you do to our Godzilla?
Yeah, nobody mentions that.
I like that French guy that came in that movie.
Well, yeah, that's about it. But
That guy's always freaking good.
but it's just the way that they I'm like, really? She's laying eggs, and then Godzilla looks so manly. I don't know. Look, he looked buff, or she looked buff.
Oh yeah.
That one from the unmentioned one. For not unmentioning it, we sure are mentioning it a lot.
But you know what they say? Like females, when they drink or they do steroids, it affects them more. I mean, radiation. I guess it will be the same way, right?
Shut up, Marcos! You're so dumb.
So don't judge her. Okay? she didn't have a choice. She dealt with it, and she dealt with it really, really well.
But do you think they're gonna stick with him being a dude, or in the newer ones, or they're gonna?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because that's how he always
Well,
was.
and I think so because he's been around so long. Like this new movie, they made it that he was here since the beginning. They're basically making him as a god. Mm-hmm. Now they call it a monster, but if there's something living this long, you know, basically you're considered a god. You know what I mean? Even though you're radiation. But I liked it. I think they dragged it on. They put too many filler pieces where they shouldn't have.
Yeah, I
you know
would
what I
like
mean?
to see more monsters fighting.
Yeah, they this family thing of fighting, and the lady that started all this crap ended up kind of like saving everybody. I hate that shit.
She tried to redeem herself.
Yeah. I don't like it. You're a prick, stay a prick. You know what I mean? She looked like a prick in the beginning. I knew this bitch was gonna be bad news. For real. But not as a person, just in the movie.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't personally. We don't know who she is.
Yeah.
I don't even know her name.
Yeah, I've never seen her before.
Yeah, the only person.
The only person that I recognize is that girl that came on Stranger Things.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah. And the only reason that I turned around, I was like, "Hey, Jasmine, that's the chick from Stranger Things." She's like, "You barely noticed that?" I was like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Sorry, Miss Genius." Smart ass. I thought I was special. I was like, yeah. She's like, I recognize somebody. I mean, I technically didn't recognize. I just recognized her face.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I liked it. And they kept it pretty close to the original stuff with the modern twist. I like it where when he got hurt and he went back to his cave, his man cave. Yeah. I like just the way that they kind of made it a little bit realistic for giving him his origin. Where that he's been here and everybody.
All those monsters were the first gods.
Yeah.
The Titans.
The Titans. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Titans.
Get it right.
Yes, but I liked it. They put too many filler ins, but I liked the part where the professor sacrificed his life, and there's always like in the original ones they always somebody that always sacrifices his life to help
to bring
him out.
Godzilla back.
Yeah. And that was cool. I was just like, I like that part.
I like the dramatic part where I forgot what the name of that.
Mothra?
No, Mothra. I know Mothra. Yeah, everybody knows Mothra.
The
other one.
Fire demon?
Yeah, the fire demon. When he was fighting Mothra, and then Mothra ended up like stabbing him, and he got all
booty hurt.
He got all dramatic. He's like, oh, and he started looking down at his wound, and he
did this just happen?
Yeah.
Did this really just happen?
So me and Evan were laughing, and we were laughing about it. Justin's like, "Why are you laughing?" I was like, "Because he did
I'm
it
not
all
a virgin anymore.
They did it.
They did it
like
all
those,
dramatic,
like those old fashioned
yeah,
movies.
it was funny. Yeah, I mean, it was. If you're a Godzilla fan, you'll like it. Because it keeps with the corniness of it, and then, of course, in the end, Godzilla wins.
The one thing that did irritate me, the living bejesus out of me, is that 300 feet, 400 feet monsters, their feet are probably 2 miles long, and the little girls in the stadium, and everybody makes it alive. Come on. Like, I know it's fake, but...
It's because you're so used to the Japanese ones.
Yeah,
where everybody gets
die.
killed.
Everybody
Die, bitches. It's like...
Yeah,
but that's the only really part that just like... That and for me, they put too many filler in...
I know, you said that like 4 times now, Marco.
I thought it was really interesting how they made the one with the 3 heads. I forget the name. The Titan with the 3 heads.
The one where he says, "Did he just say gonorrhea?"
Oh yeah.
The Sub-Zero, what did they name?
Yeah.
Monster Zero.
Monster Zero. Sub-Zero. This is not Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting how they made it almost be like an alien.
Well, yeah, and that was a good twist. But I always thought they all were aliens.
So did I. I'm like, they
But
don't
see,
belong here on Earth.
This, to be honest with y'all, this is all Vito's territory.
Oh
Yeah.
Hey, he would be able to talk about this for
hours.
Yeah.
Tell you the origins, where they first originally came from. No,
Ghidorah, I think, maybe.
And it sounded like gonorrhea.
Did she say gonorrhea?
Yeah.
So, what you think about the little Asian chick? You think she was cute?
She's from Rush Hour.
Is she?
Yeah. She's from Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 2.
Which one? The bad guy?
Yeah, she's the bad guy.
The
The one
one
that
that
does her hair like this, and she's fighting with that Mexican chick or the Cuban chick or whatever.
Yeah, that's when he said we could been so good together, but you're one crazy ass bitch.
Oh, yeah! That's a good movie, too.
Yeah, he's the one that told me. He actually recognized. I'm like, oh yeah, it is her.
She's cute. Oh, I'm gonna call it out right now. That girl that comes on Stranger Things, she's gonna be a big actor.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you've seen Stranger
You
Things,
just barely realize that?
I just wanted to throw it out there that way I get all the props.
well, I
for it.
mean, it's obvious if you watch Stranger Things.
No,
obvious.
not just because of that, but she has. You could tell, you know what I mean?
She has that charisma. That character.
Because you know who I knew that was gonna become famous before she became the chick that plays Black Widow.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I seen one of her first movies when she was still young, and right off the bat, me and Beth were watching a movie. I forgot what movie it was. I think it was the one with that old comedian, Lost in Translation.
I know what you're talking about.
Amador, you remember that movie?
What?
Lost in Translation. It's the one that the actor that came in
Bob something.
Ghostbusters.
One of the original characters from Ghostbusters.
Oh, Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, yeah. I know something with the B.
Yeah, and it was based in Japan, and I never really got to finish it, but I turned around and told Beto, it's like, this chick's gonna be somebody. It took probably 20 years, but now she is. You know what I mean? But that's a really good movie.
Yeah, she did good, except for Ghost in the Shell.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
You didn't watch the cartoon. That's why.
Yes, I have. I've watched the cartoon.
A cartoon. See, I just did a bad boo-boo. I called anime a cartoon. Sorry about that, people. You didn't know.
No, I've seen anime.
Wait, the
anime's
show?
really good.
The anime is really good.
The series or the anime movie?
I watched the series. I watched some of the series. Again, back to Beth, only when Beth would let me borrow it.
But the thing is, though, you gotta also consider. I mean,
to me, it just seemed like it was too. They crammed too much in that movie.
But they did that in the movie, the anime movie too, because it's a huge series and it's still continuing.
I'm talking about. I
But-
watched
but
the
the
series.
thing-
I never watched the movie.
But the thing is, though, you got to see it this way, though. It's hard to compare animation with real movie because you only can do so much in the real movie. You know what I mean? To make
True.
it seem realistic in the same time, like you can relate to it. Because if they make it too animated, then they should have just did
that.
that.
True, same thing. You know, getting back.
But
to,
I think they chose. I think they made a good decision choosing
well,
her.
yeah.
She
did,
freaking
she did.
killed it.
She did. She was a good choice, but.
But you're right. They did cram it all the series into 2 hours or a little less than 2 hours.
Talking about anime, you know they made a anime about Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, it's really, really good.
No, I did
I've
not
seen
know that.
trailers for it.
Apparently, it's that this dude. You know how the sponsors like, or the Titan, I should say, is like 300, 400 feet. This dude's like 1,000 feet.
Okay, that's just the anime one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotta see it. I'm gonna have to look it up.
It's based on the future, or it's
Mhm.
based in the future. Apparently,
Can
it's
he
really,
talk?
really good.
Seriously.
Well, I mean, he's in the future. You think he would talk?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I've only heard that it's really good.
Well, then that's gonna be out the one of our things that we need to see.
Mhm.
All right, guys. So I guess
I mean, we don't really have much to say because this is like we said. This is Beto's territory.
Yeah.
You talk about this for
Yeah.
hours.
But I mean, I liked it. Anybody that's a Godzilla fan will like it because they kept it true to Godzilla.
no. Well, I mean,
you
not
know,
true, but,
but
close
you know,
enough.
close enough. I
Close,
mean,
well, way closer than the
it's-
last time.
yeah,
the
it
last
was-
one.
close enough to what our generation used to see back in the day.
Yeah.
You know.
But back in 2014, I like how they made him look like the original Godzilla with the spikes in his back
back.
and the.
Yeah, back in the days, there was a guy inside a suit. He said that they had to like only film like a couple of minutes, and they had to take him
Oh,
out because
yeah.
he was like passing out because
Oh,
they were showing
yeah.
him out.
Oh yeah, and Amador.
What?
Since I was giving you a hard time watching documentaries.
Yeah.
Remember, I was telling you in the car that I watched a documentary about how they made Godzilla. You know, the very first Godzilla.
Yeah.
How they made his voice.
You
You know,
use a screen that.
yeah, yeah, that scream. That was originally an old rusty gate.
Really?
It was an
Oh,
old rusty.
fast.
So they open it fast, and then they do the slow for the.
That's tight. That's freaking cool. Oh, the one thing that I noticed every time when everybody realized that Godzilla was in our side and stopped being pricks, the music that played, that dramatic music, it is off of anime series. Oh, I wish I could remember. And I still can't remember. I was watching the movie and I was trying to remember what it was, and it was basically almost the same thing too. It was about Indian tribe that had lived in the island that praised their god that was actually like a monster. It was like Godzilla, and there was other gods that were sleeping. But when this one woke up, when they woke him up for doing something, then the other monsters started waking up, and they played the same like kind of like tribal music.
Mhm.
When every time he was gonna do something dramatic, it's like I'm gonna find out what movie it is and we'll talk about it. To be continued, motherfuckers.
I thought it was King Kong.
No,
It sounds
it
like
wa-
King Kong.
No,
Oh,
it wasn't.
you know they're making a Godzilla versus King Kong movie.
I want to see that one.
Really?
Yeah.
But both of them
That's
are
what
good
they.
guys.
But that's what they had. I remember a movie from back in the
Yeah,
day
yeah,
that
yeah,
was like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I want to see that one.
But
They're
King
gonna-
Kong was like
They're
good
gonna
guy, too.
have people from Japan
Well,
help them with this one.
Well, they're better.
We are brother and sister, and we argue. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but we don't kill each other.
I'm Godzilla. You're King Kong.
This mother.
Hey, you're the hairy one. Look at all that hair on the face.
It's not my fault. It's coming from my head to my chin.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I'm a small little story. This one's really short for a Vito. So, and it has actually to do with Godzilla too. So we're at an anime convention. I don't even remember what year it was. It's all a blur. I just remember this part because it was funny as hell. So this anime convention, they actually broke the record of having so many freaking people. I mean, we had like, I think it was like 20,000 people in 4 days.
What was it? Was it Akon Anime Fest?
I don't remember. I was drunk half the freaking time.
Remember, we're not gonna get like the full story details.
That's right.
Because he was always drunk, or the only details we'll get is how much the beer cost, you know, what kind of beer it was, and how much they got. Because that's the only thing he remembers. Because after he started drinking the beer, then
And that's it.
it's just downhill.
But it's like we had so many people, so they only let so many amount of people go on the elevator because of the weight. So we get stuck in there as sardines. So I'm standing next to Beto. So Beto's 6'3", yeah, 6'2", and I'm freaking 5'5", 5'6". So we're all scrunched up, and you know me. I'm an asshole sometimes. So we're like, oh, so I start grabbing on Beto. Beto's getting mad. It's like, stop touching me, fool. It's like,
I know. I remember.
Yeah, he didn't like getting touched. He didn't like people touching him.
And you know, I'm always a hugger, and I always, you know, hug and tell people I love you, and then I'll tell them I hate them, or I'll flick them off, or whatever, you know. But
some kind of affection.
Yeah, and I always hug them and like, dude, you're squishy.
He hated that. He's like, man, get off me.
But we're in the elevator, and then I'm like messing with him, you know, and out of nowhere, his ringtone goes off, and guess what it was? Godzilla.
It was the Godzilla noise.
And it was loud because it was silent, and out of nowhere it just raw, you know, Godzilla sounding, and then everybody starts looking at each other and they started laughing, and then I guess everybody in the elevator was in the same group, because when we got to a certain floor, everybody just walked out, and after everybody left, me and Beth started laughing. I was like, that was freaking awkward, but badass at the same time.
Godzilla broke the silence.
Godzilla broke the cheese.
Broke the cheese. What?
He farted.
Nasty.
Because that's how it was. I mean, everybody was like, what the hell? And started laughing.
Yeah.
That shit was loud.
Are Godzilla's farts just bombs? Conspiracy. Conspiracy.
Her
Whoa,
Godzilla's
no.
bombs just in
Whoa.
the movie, and look what happened at the end of the movie. He became all radioactive. That
that's
he
right.
would.
Well, and that's another thing that throws me off. Really, like, who really would survive? Because he's a walking bomb.
That's
He-
true.
And when he was shooting off everything, and you know how at the very end when he killed the last one, and he just woof, and everybody just did this.
And nothing happened.
Oh wait, I put my hands in front of my face. People forget I don't have video. But I mean, it's like, dude, you're like,
You should be dead.
Did you notice that when they were what part was it? When I think before the mom died, and he shot off some radiation.
Mothra?
No, not Mothra. Godzilla.
Oh, the mom died. The mom.
No. Godzilla shot off, and the little girl was just staring at, and the dad and the mom were. And what are you laughing at, fool? Get off the floor. Well, did you see that little girl? That she had like symbols on her face of the radiation when you didn't see it?
Mm-hmm.
When we get the video again, pay attention. I was paying attention to the little girl, and when he shot some radiation, like trying to kill the three-headed monster. Ghidorah or Ganja.
Gonorrhea.
Ganja. Dang, I'm like Ganja, and she's like, ooh, one day we're gonna do a show when we're high.
Yeah, right.
Quotation marks. High.
Nobody's paying attention to you, Marcos.
But on that little part of the movie, you can see that she has symbols. Watch, she's gonna come out.
Ghidorah. Anyways, I'm sorry. Continue.
No, you just killed my story. Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
That's my job, just cutting off people, not yours. Learn your place. fool.
Real quick. Apparently, there was a end credit scene to Godzilla.
Oh yeah, what was it in credit?
I don't know. It was right after like all the credits.
Dang, y'all left.
Yeah, I know. Anyways.
Well, y'all can leave in the comments what it was whenever y'all watch Godzilla.
Yeah.
Are y'all even hearing our videos?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many people have subscribed or even heard of it? What do you think about my voice?
Nobody likes it.
Amador, stop giving the rabbit CPR.
What?
All right. Well, I think that's it, right? Anything else?
No, just that.
Damn, this one's.
Well, okay, so if there were symbols on that girl's face, then maybe that's, another movie's coming.
But yeah, because I'm surprised I'm the only one that was. You know how I am. I'm like all over the place. But I noticed that.
Are you sure?
Oh, I
You
wish
didn't
I could.
imagine?
Maybe you
no.
just saw something.
No, I wish I could remember. Because, and it's funny because you know how I told you about that anime series?
Well, since we didn't see the end credits.
What was it called? That girl that I was telling you about the anime one, she did the same thing when the monster, or their god, got powered up or whatever.
Yeah.
Her face would light up too.
Interesting.
And Beto had the series too, and I used to watch. I'm gonna see if he still has it because he has so many DVDs.
Oh, yeah, there's the baby that I was talking about. Remember?
Baby Godzilla.
Yeah.
Kind of looked like Anthony when he was born.
What the heck?
Anthony laughs and then he's like, what the heck? Anywho, that's all we have for Godzilla. If y'all did get to see the end credits, because we didn't stay, let us know what it was about.
I know, and I was giving him a hard time. Where y'all going, guys? We need to stay.
Whatever.
You could have stayed in there.
I had
Whatever.
to
You're like, oh, this sitting down.
What are you talking about, fool?
Yeah, you were complaining that it
The
was,
chairs sucked ass, man.
it
They
was-
look, they're freaking, like, they look comfortable, but when you sat on them, they're very uncomfortable. Ask Jasmine.
Yeah, Jasmine kept on moving around, and I'm like,
Uh,
stay still.
I was like, I feel your pain. And then Anthony's like moving the chair back and forth, like he's saying that he's transforming.
Oh my god.
That was you. That was you. But like,
Yeah.
like a few seconds before the movie starts, he starts going.
But did you ever hear? Did you hear those chairs though? It does that. You're like you're transforming, like but super slow, but you were transforming. Damn it.
Anywho, that does it for podcast number 3.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for podcast number 4 whenever we go watch what movie.
X-Men and Dark Phoenix.
Don't
What?
worry, Marcos, we'll pay for you.
When are we gonna watch some anime? We'll talk about anime, cause this
After Stranger Things.
Yeah, after Stranger Things, and we'll start talking about because
was
there's
Beto
nothing.
was Beto watching that?
Stranger
Yeah.
Things. He's the one that got him onto it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just been
'cause-
passing it down the line.
Because there's some really good anime shows that Beto like, and there's some really good anime shows. You know what? I know where like what I found really interesting. The anime so mainstream now that there's so many animes that Japan's not making, but it's so good that it's hard to tell which one's real anime and which one's
Not anime.
Well, they're all anime, but they're not made it where the source came from.
Yeah.
It's
and there's a big-
animated, but it's not anime.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's really good. You can't tell.
Okay.
The only reason that you can tell is because they tell you it's not, not from Japan.
Okay, so isn't there one that you were watching on Netflix that you say you got into? So that could be our homework. So as soon as we're done with Stranger Things podcast, then we could.
By the way, that'll be like a 2-episode podcast because we have a lot to say and we want to get.
We want to cover season 1 and season
It-
2 before we go into season
I believe the one I
Yes.
was watching is Killer Bee, the beginning.
Killer Bee. Yeah, all right.
All right. Well,
Okay, thanks for listening. Subscribe.
give a like, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.